Kelly Court is back in session. On the docket today, major new evidence in the shooting of Trayvon Martin. For the first time, we're getting a detailed look at the FBI investigation into whether George Zimmerman was motivated by racism in connection with this incident, and whether hate crime charges could still be appropriate against him. Joining me now, former prosecutor, now defense attorney Mark Eiglarsh, and criminal defense attorney Meg Strickler. Mark, let me start with you on this. What did we learn from these documents released today when it comes to the racial motivation, if any, behind this shooting?
We learned that there's absolutely no evidence whatsoever. And again, we're talking about evidence, not reality. I have no idea if this guy's a racist, but no evidence that came from an independent state and then separate federal interview of all witnesses that know George Zimmerman. In fact, his ex-girlfriend, with whom he had to seek a restraining order, and she had to seek a restraining order against him, said, yeah, he's violent, but racist? No.
How does this play into the case, Meg? Because right now he doesn't stand accused of any hate crime.
Ultimately, I don't think we're going to have any hate crime charges, but this is racially motivated. The evidence that came out today further bolsters that. It says that, well, it wasn't based on skin color, but yet his attire played a major basis here. Well, his attire was a hoodie. He had his iced tea and his Skittles and his hoodie. If that's not racially based to go after this guy with a gun and then shoot him, come on.
Mark, I'm going to give the floor to you, but let me tell the viewers what the lead investigator concluded that Meg's referring to. Zimmerman's actions were not based on Martin's skin color, rather based on his attire, the total circumstances of the encounter, and the previous burglary suspects in the community. Local gangs referred to in this community as goons were typically dressed in black and wore hoodies. Go ahead, Mark.
Well, the evidence is going to show, and I thoroughly disagree with Meg, that there are previous burglaries in the neighborhood, and some of those individuals went around wearing dark-colored hoodies like the one that Trayvon was wearing. But the bigger issue is, again, it's not whether he may be profiled. Is it because of the skin, because of the color? The issue is whether they can prove second-degree murder, which requires ill will, hatred, spite. Where the heck is that evidence?
Does this come into evidence, Meg? Does this yes. stuff about, even the conclusion of that it was based on attire, does that come into evidence?
Yes, all this will come to as the racially biased aspect of this will go into the ill will. The reason why it's second-degree charged is because the prosecutor believes strongly that she will succeed in a second-degree conviction because he was racially motivated in going after this person, Trayvon Martin, and shooting him with a gun. I mean, it's all clear.
So where's the evidence of that, Megyn? Megan, where's the evidence of that? Yeah, where's the?
I'll let Meg take it.
Saying it's so, don't make it so. Where is the evidence? And again, in reality, I don't know if this guy's a card-carrying member of the KKK. I'm just dealing with evidence. Where is the evidence in this case that it was racially motivated as opposed to based on the clothing?
Attire.
Exactly. But that's exactly my point, is his attire. The fact that he went after somebody wearing a hoodie, a skinny little kid wearing a hoodie, and then shot and killed him. He is a kid. He was not as big as Mr. Zimmerman, not even in way, shape, or form. That is what kills this case here. And the worst part is there's only scratches here. There's only scratches. Zimmerman only had scratches on his head. That's not pummeling his head into the sidewalk. That would have been major bruises.
Here's what's not subject to dispute, okay? We know for a fact that his nose was either broken or punched to the extent that there were bruising consistent with someone being pummeled in the nose. We know that we've got cuts to the back of his head, and we've got stains showing that he was on the ground and that this little child that you talk about was on top of him committing an act of violence. We also learned from today's evidence that there was a bullet hole in Trayvon that showed soot around the bullet hole, which would suggest that it was done at close range, just like Zimmerman indicated.
All right.
I have no idea if he hunted him down, but certainly the evidence seems to support what Zimmerman's saying so far.
Mark, Meg, good debate. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
All right, see you soon.
Thanks, Meg.
Coming up, brand new shoes.